Hello, everybody, and welcome to this evening's live V-Cycling News race broadcast, where we are bringing you live coverage of the Proximus Cycling event. We are at round one. We're at the Poggio in Italy, and we have a really good field lined up for this race. We've got some really strong contenders, and it's going to be fast. It's going to be tough. You'll see the profile in a minute when we jump into the starting pen, and there's quite a bit of uphill, followed by quite a lot of downhill. And it's going to be a fast sprint finish. So it's going to be challenging. I've seen some of the names on the sign-up list. There's a lot of very good riders here today, and a lot of very new riders as well. There's because this is being put on by a Belgian series, and there's a lot of riders that have come across from other platforms. They're intrigued by RGT, and they've signed up a lot of new riders. So not quite sure how they're going to go today. Some of them I'm sure will be very strong, but there's a lot of good community riders from the existing RGT scene who are also in the race today. So let's see how everybody gets on. I think it's going to be a very exciting race. Just to point out that this is the sort of unofficial broadcast. As you know, I stream most of my races, so I was always going to be covering this, but there is an official Proximus stream as well, because there is the men's race that I'm in. There is also a women's race and a youth race as well. So after this race, do go check those out and support the ladies and the youth riders. I think it's in Flemish. Obviously, I'm speaking in English, so if Flemish isn't very good, then maybe listen to me in the background and watch the official stream. But thanks for joining us and joining me if you are watching on the channel today. So we're about 2 minutes out from the start then. It's only 15 kilometres, but there is 186 metres of climbing packed into that, and it pretty much all comes in the first half of the race. It's up the Poggio climb, famous as being the final climb on the Milan-San Remo monument race. You've probably seen it on the telly if you're into your real world cycling. It's quite a good place for riders to attack, and it's got an average gradient of 3.8%, so it should be fairly draftable for some of the riders like myself who aren't quite those top power houses who are going to be at the front of the group. The maximum gradient is around about 7.8%, so not any really steep bits, but averaging 4% or so. That's still something that's going to be felt in the legs. So let's head over to the start then, and we will see what we've got in store for us today. You can see at the bottom there the route profile. Up it goes, well, fairly flat probably for the first third, a little bit of undulation, then it's uphill, and then it's downhill. So it's a minute out to the start. You can see here we've got a lot of Ratio racing riders, we've got some Moon riders. Let's have a little pan around, see who we can see here. Got some Team 3R jerseys there, a lot of pedalers in the orange rally kit. See, yeah, Joyce Shepherd, Kenneth Fancina, Henry Farrell, Alex Plager's in here somewhere, Mark Rowbottom, Nick Greenall's signed up, Jojo Russanek, and I'm sure if we look around we might see some of the Danish riders as well. James Malville in here, Walter Clace, who took a fantastic second place yesterday in the West London VR race. Ned Bowen, yesterday's winner, I don't think is in this race. He's choosing to carry on with the draft racing series, which clashes with it. Right, 10 seconds to go then. Let's get powered up, because it will be a fast start. So we're away then. Try and get in a bit of drafting. Just a slight uphill initially. Ooh. Got those orange jerseys. Got a few of the Pedalers team. You can see the Ratio racing jerseys. 5 or 6 of them here. Already strung out early on. Try not to go too deep too early knowing we have got this climb. That's obviously where the race is going to be won. Well, where the race is going to be lost. You don't want to fall off before then. You don't want to arrive at the bottom of that hill too worn out. Got a few small bumps to contend with before we get to that point. So around about 50 riders in this front group. See Nick Marino is in there, Daniel Neugebauer, some of the familiar riders. Sebastian Wolf from the Beast Mode team. They're very strong, mainly German outfit, very strong on the Swift platform. The men's E-World Championship winner, Jason Osborne, is a member of the Beast Mode team. I think their women's team rides in the Swift Premier League women's division. I'm sure there'll be some of them in the women's race that's coming up after this men's event. So this is a 10 race series. It's going to be every Thursday, every fortnight. Sorry, on Thursdays, every fortnight. And they'll be going to locations all around the world. I think they're all on magic roads. I'm just trying to manage my effort. No point committing too much effort in these early stages. I'm getting a good draft saving. I'm just trying to roll in this group. Get towed along a little bit in these early stages. 3 kilometers in. Still 12 kilometers to go. See a Rasso Racing rider there, pushing through to the front. Onto the front then. The pace is upped a little bit as riders look to try and close that gap. Oh, thanks, Ollie. Thanks, Francois. Thanks for tuning in. You're right, there's a big field here. Currently 90 riders, a bit down on the number of sign-ups. This front group's now down to 38 riders. It won't be long until we hit the base of the main Poggio climb. A couple of little bumps to deal with first. I know there's quite a few new riders to RGT for this series. You can see in the top left-hand corner my watts going red. That's indicating wasted watts because I'm being auto-braked by the avatars in front. We still have Alex Plager off the front then. The German rider for Ratio Racing. Currently 30 metres off the front. I think it's fair to say that he won't mind me saying, a course like this doesn't suit Alex. We might be playing a bit of a team role today. Not to discount him, he is still a strong rider. But like myself, he's not a big fan of the hills, really. So we're going to see how we get on. Try and last as long as I can up the climb. Not on my top form at the moment. I peaked in the summer for some outdoor races. We'll be doing what we can today and also looking at the long game. This is a 10 race series. There's points on offer for each of those 10 races and an overall leaderboard. Right, we're at the base then of the Poggio. Few numbers going red on the left there. Riders starting to crank it up. Cheers, Anton. Cheers, Matt. Cheers, Ned. I'm starting to slip. Oh. There's the halfway point. Oh. This is hard going. Oh. Oh. Another steep bit then. Yes, I'm over the hill. Onto the descent. 5k to go. Oh. My heart rate was up 185. Oh, that's good. Glad I managed to stay with this group. This group will be fighting for top 15 place. That's pretty good going for the start of the series. If you do want to see what's happening at the front, then do check out the official live stream. If we're going to be sticking with me in this group of 8 or 9 or so. Still going to be an interesting fight to the line in this group. Interesting downhill here, lots of hairpins, lots of braking into the corners, pushing out of the corners, trying to get back up to speed nice and quickly. These descents aren't too steep, only 5% or so. But if you're not paying attention out of those corners, you can get gapped, lose that nice draft saving, and find yourself off the back of the pack. Little effort there just to make sure I'm staying in. This bit is a little bit steeper. Just touched on 12% gradient there. Yeah, Chris O'Hearn on the Tuesday night track races, he sometimes uses this descent and then the run to the finish as the scratch race. You do have to watch out. Not as simple as it looks. You can't just think, oh, it's downhill or coast. There's more to it than that. $2.4k to go. The leaders are about... Actually, it's quite broken up. You can see in the top right-hand corner, there's only 13 riders ahead of us, but there's 4 little dots on the screen showing a few different groups on the road then. .8 kilometres to go. We've got P. Hauser just ahead, 13th place. We might catch him. If we hit the last 1500. Oh. So we're going to catch Heuser. There's the Flamme Rouge. The 1 kilometre to go kite. Get a bit cat and mouse. Oh. Oh. Ah. Oh. Ah. Ah. Legs are burning. Oh. Ah. Oh. Just catch my breath there. Oh, good finish. Ah. Whew. I probably got caught on the front there just a little bit early. I tried to hold off a little bit, but you can see the guys around me starting to launch their sprints. I managed to hold off Shepherd's, but Sebastian Wolf just beat me. So there we have the top 9 team from Beast Mode taking the win then. And Jury Delania picked out as a potential winner by Walter Place on Facebook, taking second place there. Those two were 8 seconds ahead of a chasing group of around about 8 riders, 7 riders by the look of it. Walter Place finishing 10th. He was my pick at the start of the day, Nick Greenall. So a few riders I'm not familiar with there at the top, but Malville, Beams, Rockwell, Henrik Mayer, Walter Place, Nick Greenall, Andrei Kajewski, all very strong regular riders on RGT. But well done to team. Jury in second, Lehnen in third, Roland in fourth, and Sasley also from Beast Mode in fifth. So the Germans and the Belgians taking the top 5, and quite a mix below that. I ended up 16th, middle of the pack of my little group. Farrell there finishing 21st. Heuser, who we caught in the last 300 metres, finishing at the back of that group. I thought we timed that pretty well as the chase group. Caught him just as we were coming into the last 300, 400 metres. Used him as a good lead out man. I think it was Farrell as well, who went quite early and acted as a bit of a lead out. So plenty of riders still coming across the line now. Oh. Wow. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a tough race. I'm pretty happy with my position, 16th in the top 20. So yeah, I've got to be happy with that really. That's 90 riders, that's in the top 20%. And I'll be here in a couple of weeks' time for round 2. As I say, every other Thursday. Go to the Proximus Cycling Facebook page. They've got all of the content on there. And get onto their website to sign up for the races. You have to go to their website because there's prizes on offer. And also there's a weigh-in that you need to do and also record your smart trainer. So I'm going to jump off and do that now. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you for tuning in. Good luck with your races. I think, Ned, you're about to race, aren't you? So good luck with that. Thanks for not turning up to this race because you probably would have beaten me. Anton, I'm sure you had a good race in the Classic Judy, which is also every Thursday, but a bit earlier at 5:45 UK time. All right, well, see you all again soon. I think we've got the PRT handicap race coming up for you later. Riley is going to be presenting that one. And we've also got a bit of a podcast with Will Usher, the organiser of the PRT handicap race and founder of Precision Race Team. He's a coach, and we've got a 3-part interview with him that's going to be coming on the channel very shortly as well. So thanks a lot, everyone. Remember, please like and subscribe. See you all again soon. Have a good one.